Did you eat your dinner?
I prefer not to dine today.
Not eating is not going to help you come to terms with your disbeliefs.
How do you think I should come to terms with my disbeliefs?
You need to be able to show others that you have self-respect. But first, you have to realize what you believe is right.
I don't like how society is, but I don't know how to make it better.
You don't have to change society. As long as you know you're living a life that feels right for you, then you're fine.
But I don't like being the only person who doesn't believe in this society. I was able to find a little comfort in remaining in the lawyer's office. It was a place to stay until I could figure out what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to conform to the societal expectations that were given to me when I was given the job.
Before you completely stopped copying, did you have a sense of dread in your life?
I guess you could say that. Around me, I saw all of these people that were going through the same actions, the same process, and they weren't getting anywhere. At the office, it was just a bunch of misfits thrown together. We didn't belong on Wall Street. We were trying to fit into a society that we didn't belong in, and it just didn't make me comfortable.
Sometimes comfort can be very difficult for a person to find. You need to have the willpower to be able to move past a traumatic obstacle before you are able to find comfort in your life. Only then will you be able to realize that when you are comfortable, you are able to change.
It's hard to find comfort when others around you are already so comfortable with their norm. I don't think I was able to find the power within myself while I was copying to be comfortable with what I was doing. Everyone else in the office was so used to the routine, but after a while, I just stopped feeling comfortable with my work.
What aspects of the job made you feel uncomfortable?
I was the most uncomfortable with reviewing documents. I feel like I would have been reading a dead letter, and that would have just broken me down more.
What do you mean it would have broken you down more?
I worked with dead letters and saw how people put so much effort into writing the letters and their paths just died out. I found comfort in being able to write something for once when I started copying. But now I feel like I am a dead letter. What if all the work I do goes nowhere?
Well, you were able to completely disrupt a society by just staying in one place. Everyone around you was so rattled by your actions that they didn't even know how to go about their normal lives with you just standing in the office.
But the only people directly around me experienced the turmoil that I caused. It wasn't me changing the way others are able to work in society.
You don't have to completely change society. You have the power to create your own. I know a person named Conrad Lasky who created his own society outside of the norm to satisfy his beliefs. It can be a society comprised of just you, as long as you're changing the documentary that is played for you.
But how would I be able to live in my own world while the rest of the people around me are conforming to the center?
It doesn't matter what those around you are doing, as long as you're doing what you feel is right for you. Self-respect doesn't come from what others around you think. It comes from your actions and how you feel about them. It's easy to deceive those around you. All you need in your back alley is the knowledge that you are doing what feels right for you.
So it's okay for me to have a society composed of just myself?
Yes, as long as you know that you're doing what is right and you are able to maintain self-respect through it all.
How do you know that a society based on different views than what society has already formed would work?
Just take the hippie movement, for example. The hippies in California were able to thrive in a society that functioned solely off of being under the influence of drugs and alcohol in order to find their inner selves. They didn't worry about what others thought of them. They only thought about living a life that was what they were comfortable with. That's what you need to do. You aren't going to be able to achieve that if you don't eat.
Maybe I should have accepted the help when it was given to me. Maybe I can work out of the halls of justice and return to a normal life.
Would you like your dinner now?
I would prefer to dine.